my name is Daniela Bernal from MiCiudadTV, reporting from Polk County City Court, here with Brian Haas, who will be talking about his perspective on the Hispanic community. Thank you for having us here today, Mr. Brian.
Glad that you're here and looking forward to talking with you.
Okay. Before I get started, first I wanted to inform you a little bit of the Prensa Mexicana, what our mission is. Our mission is to expand across Florida and capturing different diverse of Hispanic communities. The newspaper is most read in Polk and Hillsborough County. It contains a high content of directed information for the Hispanic community that focus on various topics such as education, immigration, state regulations, licenses to run a business, taxes, and government aid to the community. We also cover sports, events, businesses, and opportunities, and much more. Before I get started, I've noticed that from the moment you started your journey to your education, you have grown up here in the state of Florida. From graduating from Bartow High School in '93 and getting your college degree in San Agustin and getting your law degree in UF, you have achieved your goals and accomplished success. How has this motivated you to take action and be part of the community?
Well, I love our community. I'm from Polk County, and I look back at the education I got at Bartow High School. A lot of great opportunities, great teachers, people there were to support me and setting me up for success. So I hope that our community continues to have good schools like it does, so our students that are coming up can have those same opportunities that I had. If they want to go to college, go to college. If they want to take up a trade, that's great too. But I'm proud of the teachers that we have here in our county, and I know that they give up a lot of sacrifices to make sure that our students have what they need, and that's important.
Oh, nice. And what experiences can you share with us that can ensure people that you're the candidate right for this position as the state attorney?
Well, I think that it's very important that our citizens feel safe in our community. We can have great roads, we can have beautiful buildings, great parks and businesses, but our families need to feel safe in enjoying all of those things and getting to school, being at school. We need to have a community where the laws are obeyed and businesses want to come here and start businesses. Tourists from other areas want to come visit here. I mean, we have Legoland, which is a wonderful park, and a lot of other great places that people like to visit. So as state attorney, I want to ensure that our folks feel safe in what they do, and I think that we'll be able to do that.
Oh, nice. And do you think that the Hispanic community plays an important role in this decision?
Absolutely. I think one of the things that's important is that from the state attorney's office perspective is that we're reaching out to all segments of our community, regardless of race or ethnicity. It's very important that everyone is part of the conversation on what our community should be.
And having the experience at serving as 3 years as a prosecutor and handling civil cases, how could this bring an outcome or benefit the Hispanic community in such way?
Well, I think that whether it's a Hispanic community or any other community, they have an interest in having someone in this position that understands what it takes to get the job done, that understands the importance of dealing with people and their needs. And from my experience as a prosecutor and in the private sector, I have those experiences that I think will help me do exactly that.
Oh, nice. And while I was doing some research, I've encountered a quote from the source haasforstateattorney.com that implies, as your state attorney, I will work hard to keep our community a safe place for your family and mine. How do you plan to do this, especially in Hispanic communities?
Well, I think what we're looking for is accountability. If someone commits a crime, they have to be dealt with appropriately. That does not mean that everybody that commits a crime has to go to jail or prison. If there are folks out there that have issues that are causing them to commit crimes, maybe they need to get some help, some treatment, drug treatment, or rehabilitation, probation. For the ones that are a danger to society and threatening our citizens, whether it be in the Hispanic community or elsewhere, maybe incarceration is appropriate. But my commitment is the prosecutors that are working at this office are going to take each case very seriously, work as hard as they can on them, and hope to get the best result as appropriate with the particular case.
Oh. And how do you plan to gain the Hispanic votes in order to win the position as a state attorney?
Well, I think the Hispanic community, like all communities, they want someone that's going to do a good job and serve them in this position. So I think the Hispanic community will look and say, this guy understands what it takes, this guy's going to work hard, he's going to reach out to us and communicate and listen, and so that's how I plan on conducting myself in this office.
Oh, wow, nice. Great, everything planned out.
Yes.
And what is your mission to help the undocumented immigrants here in the state of Florida?
Well, I don't know that I really have a mission because that's my job is to enforce the state criminal laws. That's not something that really comes into my office. But obviously, if someone is here and they're committing crimes, we're going to deal with them appropriately. If they're here and they're a victim, we're going to handle that case like we would any one other case.
Okay, and how can you protect the Hispanic community?
Well, by doing our job, by taking cases from law enforcement and evaluating them, making sure that they're properly worked up, and then making the decision on how the case should be handled, whether we should go into a jury trial or if it's something that should be resolved by a plea agreement. So that transcends across all different segments of the community.
Oh, nice. And what message do you want to throw to the Hispanic community that are viewing you right now?
The message is that the Hispanic community is a vital part of our community, and I'm committed to open communication and hearing from all kinds of different people what's important to them, and listening to their message, and doing a good job in our office here to keep crime down, to work with law enforcement, and protect the rights of our residents.
Oh, and what is your position on Hispanic community?
I'm in support of the Hispanic community. I have quite a few Hispanic friends, and I think they're a vital part of what we do here in Polk County. It's part of our fabric in Polk County, Highlands County, and Hardy County.
Oh, nice. And lastly, how has the Hispanic community impacted your campaign in this election?
Well, I would imagine I have quite a few folks from the Hispanic community who have supported my campaign, whether it be by giving a financial contribution or talking to their friends and family about my candidacy. So it's been very helpful, and I look to continue that relationship as we go forward.
Okay, well, thank you very much for having
Glad you're here.
us here today.
Sure. It's been a real pleasure, and you're welcome back anytime.